police catch the criminals again and again and they are out?
Yeah, it's certainly something that frustrates us. It's frustrating, certainly, when we feel that somebody might be a danger to society that gets released. The outcome of that conference, our biggest takeaway, is the reality that the policing challenges that Peel Regional Police are facing are not solely the ones faced by us.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge Peel Police face in terms of public safety? Because we are one of the region which is more challenging, more vibrant.
The region of Peel is such a vibrant. Our biggest challenge is we can't respond to every call in the way that we would like to because it's very busy.
Public safety एक बहुत ही important issue है. ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ safety of our cities conference last year 2023 ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਐਡਮਿੰਟਨ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੀ ਤਰਫ ਤੋਂ ਹੋਸਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਐਡਮਿੰਟਨ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ. 2024 ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਪੀਲ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਇਹਦਾ ਹੋਸਟ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਐਨੂਅਲ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਆਫ ਆਵਰ ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਉਹ ਹੋਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਪੀਲ ਰੀਜਨ ਚ ਮਿਸਿਸਾਗਾ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ 2024 ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਸੈਪਟੈਂਬਰ 16 ਤੋਂ 18 ਹੋਏਗੀ. ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਪੀਲ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਡਿਪਟੀ ਚੀਫ ਮਾਰਕ ਡੈਪਟ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇਸ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ, ਕੀ ਇਹਦਾ ਪਰਪਸ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਆਊਟਕਮ ਰਿਹਾ. ਡਿਪਟੀ ਚੀਫ, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Can you tell us more about this conference which is going to happen in September, Safety of Our Cities Conference?
Yeah, look, we're really excited. The Peel Regional Police is very privileged to be hosting the second annual Safety of Our Cities Conference. This conference is bringing police leaders from across North America to Mississauga to discuss our efforts to combat the issues that policing is facing today. And I say the issues that policing is facing, but the reality is it's the issues that our society is facing today. Not only are police leaders coming to talk about the work that we're doing from a progressive and innovative and inclusive standpoint, we're bringing community leaders, our stakeholders, our partners from public health, from the regions, from social systems, and to highlight the work that we're doing to collaborate. Because the reality is that many of the people that are coming into contact with the police are faced with challenges that the police should not be involved in. When we talk about issues and challenges like mental health, when we talk about homelessness, we talked a little bit earlier about newcomers to the country that are finding challenges in settlement, older adult isolation, and challenges involving our youth. It's a problem that shouldn't be shouldered just by the police. It takes all of us to be working collaboratively and think about the root causes that are causing those interactions so that we can support them in the best way that we can.
So you said leaders from the North America, the police leaders, they will be joining this conference?
That's right. The agenda that's out right now is really focusing on evidence-based policing, on the use of technology and innovation, catering our policing services to ensure that we are responsive to our specific cultures and the demographics of the policing community. Some of the leaders that are attending are coming from Vancouver, from California, from Dallas, from Nashville, Tennessee. And we also have a group of subject matter experts from the United Kingdom that are going to come and speak to some of the things that they've been doing out in the United Kingdom that is supporting public safety and community safety and well-being.
Deputy Chief, last year this conference happened in Edmonton and hosted by Edmonton Police. So what was the outcome? Because we are almost a year after that conference. This year Peel Police is organizing that. So what is the outcome of that conference?
I had the privilege of attending this conference, and I participated on a couple of panels and moderated a few panels. The outcome of that conference, our biggest takeaway, is the reality that the policing challenges that Peel Regional Police are facing are not solely the ones faced by us. All police services across North America are really looking at the way they deliver services differently. They're recognizing that the reason why people are interacting with police in a negative way is that there are gaps in the systems. And what it highlighted in Edmonton for all of us was that we had to collectively come together on an annual basis, not just to highlight the things that are working, but to also highlight areas of improvement, areas of opportunity, and where we can really leverage multi-sector stakeholders, including our elected officials, to recognize that investments that are strategically directed towards the root causes of the social determinants of health are addressed so that we don't have to go to these calls.
Do you believe that in last few years the landscape of community safety has shifted drastically?
That's a fantastic question. We under the leadership of Chief DAPAT, who obviously arrived here in 2019, have really invested resources and efforts to apply the community safety and well-being planning framework, because we recognized that the police are experts in so many things, but they're not experts in everything. And when you take a look at a lot of the programs that we have in place right now, when it comes to the way that we respond to mental health calls, when you take a look at a very specific community that is a priority for us, like our autism strategy, and you take a look at our mental health strategy, it's just highlighting our recognition that we have to focus more attention in those areas. And we're seeing some real benefit from that, from the perspective of the outcomes that are happening with our individuals, our families and communities, but also in the quality of the partnerships that we're having with our community partners and the investments that are being made now looking into the future, knowing that our community is aging, knowing that mental health will continue to be a challenge for us. And of course, we always have to invest in our youth, because the health of society should be measured by the health of the youth in that society.
Yeah. So what do you think is the biggest challenge Peel Police face in terms of public safety? Because we are one of the region which is more challenging, more vibrant, and happening also. So what is the biggest challenge police face?
That's a question that's hard to answer, but I'm gonna come at it from this perspective. The region of Peel is such a vibrant and amazing community. The diversity in this region is really what makes us unique, and why it's an attractive place to live, to visit, and to work. When you have that type of offer for residents, you also attract the possibility of crime, the possibility of victimization, because those out there that want to take advantage of others will try to use that opportunity to take advantage of them. Our biggest challenge is we can't respond to every call in the way that we would like to, because it's very busy. Our biggest challenge is we have to leverage the partnerships that we have out there, the expertise in the areas where we're not experts in, to help us respond to some of those calls so that we can really focus on the things that we're experts in.
Deputy Chief, is that also comes into a challenge when police catch the criminals again and again and they are out? And many times we have seen that press conferences where police are arresting the same old criminals because we see their pictures again and again. So is that a biggest challenge also in front of policing? Because we take that question up to the every level of the government too. So policing also face that challenge?
Yeah, it's certainly something that frustrates us. It's not a situation that we have control over when it comes to whether or not the judiciary decides to release somebody. It's not within our control. It's frustrating, certainly, when we feel that somebody might be a danger to society that gets released, but we don't focus on the things that we can't control. What we focus on are the things that we do control, and that's how do we intervene? How do we partner with our community and our stakeholders for more preventative measures? How do we provide support to our community? How do we make sure that we are sharing information and advocating for our partners so that they can build capacity within their areas and they can support us ultimately in making sure that we respond in a timely fashion, investigate serious crimes to a positive conclusion, and then hopefully they are held accountable for their actions.
And when is this conference going to happen? Is that open for public or only the leaders will be joining us?
I'm inviting everybody that's listening in to go online to our website dedicated to the conference. It's safetyofourcitiesconference.ca. It's open to the public to register. If they're interested, they should register right away before seats sell out. And it's running from September 16th to the 18th in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada.
What suggestions you can make to the elected officials or to the government levels, that because the funding is one, as MPP McGregor also said, if there is no funding, police can't act. Mayor Brown said, if we give full resources to our police forces, they are able to do any kind of thing. Being a police chief, deputy chief, what kind of inputs you already might given the inputs to the government levels? Like what kind of event, because community also want to listen. What inputs you want to give so that we can take this seriously, what is happening in the region, and we can control it more effectively?
I'll tell you, I have to really commend the provincial government. The provincial government has been very supportive of a lot of our efforts. I want to give every assurance to our community that from Chief Dariapa all the way through to the other deputies, that we're advocating on behalf of the community. What we're doing is we're being very thoughtful and intentional about the decisions that we make and where we invest our time. We know that we can't respond to the calls as fast as possible, like we would always like to. And as long as our elected officials understand and accept that we are really trying to do something different here in Peel Regional Police that's going to make a difference, I'm confident that they'll continue to support us.
You want to see the changes in the criminal code, changes in the bail reform?
Change is always good. Change is always good, and it's important that we involve the police and everybody else that's involved in the public safety sector to get their input to see what those changes could look like.
So, Deputy, if you want to give final message to the community here in region of Peel in terms of the public safety.
Sure. Hey, I'd like to thank everybody for listening in, and from Chief Dariapa, on behalf of our entire Peel Regional Police Service, please know that we're committed to community safety and well-being. We're devoting all of our efforts towards that goal. We understand that there's problems and issues that are really hard to solve, but what we're trying to do is make sure that we partner with everybody, get the advocacy from all of our elected officials and our leaders to support that cause. I invite everybody to come to the conference in September so you can see some of the things that we're doing and some of the things that our partner agencies are doing as well. And I also tell you that the outcomes from that conference will definitely be applied here in Peel Region with the confidence that you're going to see positive impact for years to come.
Thank you, Deputy Chief. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, ਆ ਸੀਗੇ ਡਿਪਟੀ ਚੀਫ ਮਾਰਕ ਡੈਪਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਪੀਲ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਡਿਪਟੀ ਚੀਫ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਹੋਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਸੈਪਟੰਬਰ 16 ਤੋਂ 18, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਗਰ ਰਜਿਸਟਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਪੀਲ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਡਿਸਪਲੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਰਜਿਸਟਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਸੋ ਆਹ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ 2023 ਚ ਐਡਮਿੰਟਨ ਚ ਹੋਈ ਸੀ, ਹੋਸਟਡ ਬਾਈ ਐਡਮਿੰਟਨ ਪੁਲਿਸ, ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਪੀਲ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਹੋਸਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਆਊਟਕਮ ਕੀ ਹੋਊਗੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਓਗੇ, ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਅਗਰ ਪਾਰਟ ਬਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਲੇਕਿਨ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਦਾ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਉਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਮੈਂਟਲ ਹੈਲਥ ਦੇ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਔਰ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਆਫ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ।